So speaking from Singapore Institute of Management, the transnational education model that we offer to students provide not just the combination of the best of the West and East, best of both worlds in one place, but we focus on the major that is in demand in this part of the world, which when we say in demand, it also leads to employability. The networking opportunity across the university of all these global campuses in one place. So our students, when they study here, they could meet students maybe across 40 countries. And if you're active, you probably you'll be meeting like at least 8,000 students in your during your 3-year study. The cultural diversity in Singapore is also one major attraction because this is a melting pot that allows students to pick up new languages and increase your cultural quotient as well. And learning from a combination of a lecturer from the home campus and also Asia, this is important because when you study, when we say the best of both worlds, it's because you have the university's knowledge coming from the university which award the degree, but you are able to contextualize it in the Asian context, and you will be able to apply it and use it a lot easier after graduating from your degree. Having said that, both exchange and transfer opportunity is also available depending on which university you choose. Some of them you can go over the home campus for 1 term without having to pay extra tuition fee. You will just have to pay the cost of living, and some university even allow transfer, meaning that you can actually do 2 years in Singapore and then continuing your final year, or maybe continuing even 2 years in the home campus. Especially during pandemic, many of us may not want to travel too far away. You want to go to countries that gives you the confidence. Like now that I think the vaccination in Singapore is also one of the good reasons that students choose to come to Singapore. So Asia, being the place where the economic development is going to be a lot more prominent in the future, the potential for students is no longer just about affordability or distance that's close to home, but it's about this hub for education also provide the business and the job opportunity with all the foreign investment and global opportunities because of this multinational companies' presence here. And English being our first and this most common language used here is one of the good reasons why students actually choose to do it here, and it also increased the success rate of transnational education being run here and setting the track record. The quality of education in Singapore is also something that is well known to internationally, and education being the core of Singapore from the time where the country was established was becoming a country. This also make it to the reason why Singapore is particularly popular for transnational education.
Now, when we talk about recognition, what's important in terms of recognition is that after you have spent 3 to 4 years, after you have spent all the investment in your education, you want to know, is it going to be recognized? The last thing you want is going to companies, multinational companies, and finding out that, oh no, this university degree is not recognized in this country. I can't get a job in this place, or I can't get the recognition to do my master's, my postgrad in some of the top universities. And this is where TNE comes in. When we talk about TNE, if you look at the university partners that we are working with, from the US, we have Buffalo, we have University of London, Birmingham, Warwick, and Stirling from the UK. And from Australia, we have RMIT, La Trobe, University of Wollongong, and Monash College. And of course, from France, we have Grenoble. The duration is going to be much shorter compared to going to the home campus. Home campus meaning going over to the US, UK, Australia, or France. And in terms of course fees, it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot more affordable to do it in Singapore. And I'll touch on the course fees in my later slides. Location-wise, I don't have to say much. From Philippines to Singapore, it's anywhere between 3 hours, 3.5 hours, to 5 hours, depending on which part of Philippines you're flying in from. And you compare that to going over to the UK, to the US, which is a lot further. And this is actually a very good opportunity where can actually go back during the weekends. And I'm talking about post-pandemic. Okay, during the weekends, if you miss the food from Philippines, if you miss your parents' home cooked food, you can always go back. Fly back. It's only a 3 hours flight, and there's multiple flights between Singapore and Philippines. Post-pandemic, right? So TNE here, transnational education. The important thing is that despite all the advantages in terms of the duration, in terms of the course fees, the location, the certification that you will be getting is still going to be from the university partner. Means that if you are taking the University of Buffalo program today, although you're studying in Singapore, although you're enjoying all the benefits, the certificate that you get is no different from those who are studying in the US campus.